Kia ora and kiaorana. My name is Sonny Teio and welcome to Unlimited Living Podcast, which is a waka for all people to achieve infinitely more and to live, love, life. The purpose of this podcast is to provide weekly tips from the lessons I've learned as a high school dropout to where I am today as an IT professional living by the beach in our dream home with my beautiful wife and 3 children. Well, it is season 0 and we are on episode 6. And so the word of the week is confidence. Remember, we've started our 12-week challenge, and this week we want to focus on the word confidence. And I want to share how important it is to be confident in life, not in an arrogant way where you walk around with your chest puffed out like, look at me, I'm number one. But in such a way that you walk with humility and mana, confident to push through all obstacles that life throws at us. The kind of confidence I am talking about is when you understand the balance between pride and humility. Pride in knowing that I have the ability, and humble in knowing that I still have work to improve my ability. There's a story in the Bible of how David slays Goliath. Saul and the Israelites are facing the Philistines in the valley of Elah. Twice a day for 40 days, morning and evening, Goliath, the champion of the Philistines, challenges the Israelites to send out a champion of their own to decide the outcome in single combat. But Saul, the king, is afraid. David, who's bringing food for his elder brothers on the battlefield because David's too young to be there, he hears that Goliath has defied the armies of God and of the reward from Saul to the one that defeats him, and he accepts the challenge. David is annoyed that this giant Goliath is mocking his God and his people, but he's also excited about the reward promised by King Saul. So the king offers his armor to David, which David declines because it was too big, because he's still a boy. So David, taking only his staff, his sling, and 5 stones from a brook, he confronts Goliath on the battlefield. And Goliath is laughing and says, "Why would you send out this boy?" And he continues to curse David by his own God. But David replies, "This day the Lord will deliver you into my hand, and I will strike you down." So David proceeds to attack Goliath. He hurls a stone from his sling and he hits Goliath in the center of his forehead. Goliath falls on his face to the ground, and quickly David cuts off his head using the sword of Goliath and wins the battle. And then the Israelites chase the Philistines away while David grabs the head of Goliath and takes it with him. The king asks whose son he is, and David answers, "I am the son of your servant Jesse from Bethlehem." Let me say that one more time because it's very important. The king asks whose son he is, and David answers, "I am the son of your servant Jesse from Bethlehem." You see, David is confident in who he is and the God he believes in. David was confident because he knew who he was in life. He said, "I am the son of." And that is where confidence is key. It is so important to know who you are in life. Confident people know who they are in life. Do you know who you are in life? So I must ask this question today. How can you and I develop confidence in ourselves? Well, my number one strategy for this is an exercise that I call power prophecies. What is power prophecies? It is when you write down power statements and speak them over your life. Have you ever seen the movie Cool Running, where Junior and Brenna are in a bathroom, and Brenna helps Junior develop his confidence by asking him, what does he see in the mirror? And Junior replies, "I see pride, I see power, And Brennan goes, I can't hear you. And Junior repeats it, and to the point, his whole demeanor changes from being a scared, shy Jamaican boy to become confident, willing to do whatever it takes, and so on. So if you need to watch the movie, it's really cool. It's a cool thing, one of my favorites. So a great way to start developing confidence is basically if you can download the free copy of FA Life Blueprint on my website, www.sonnyteio.com. And I want to challenge you with this exercise. Go through one of the FA Life elements and write down one power prophecy for that element. For example, for finance here, if your goal is to start a business and you have no idea how to start one or what the product or service is going to be, maybe the first thing you need to do is to write it down. Say, I am. Use the words I am, just like David. Say, I am a successful business entrepreneur. Okay? If you want to be a better parent, say, I am the best parent in the world. Hopefully you can get the idea of power prophecies. And then once you've done one or two, copy the same process for each element of FA Life. And for the next 7 days, commit to speaking each statement out loud as soon as you wake up and before you go to bed. So just like Junior, you may need to just stand in front of a mirror and say those power prophecies over you, speak them over yourself, over your life. Don't worry about how you're feeling. Just start creating a habit that you're going to speak this over your life. And I guarantee you start to change the way you stand, the way you walk, and your belief starts to change, it starts to grow in your developing yourself, and honestly, your mindset will change. And I've done this exercise so many times, and it's completely life changing. So have the confidence of David and slay your Goliath. Confident people face their fears head on. Confident people are risk takers, just like David. He took a risk, he didn't hesitate. Confident people always see the positive side of life. And confident people respect themselves. So, let's take some risks, do the exercise of power prophecy, and thank you for listening for this podcast. And we'll see you next week. The next week, a word we're going to focus on is courage, which I'm really excited about. Well, I just want to tell you about an exciting and simple tool that I've developed 10 years ago, which I've been fine-tuning over time to the point that it's just so much simpler to understand and apply in your life today. This tool is called F8 Life Blueprint, and if you want a free copy of my F8 Life Blueprint, then you just need to go to my website, www.sonnyteio.com. Hit that subscribe button, put in your name and your email. It's so simple, and it will take you to the download page of my F8 Life Blueprint. And basically with this tool, we identify 8 areas of your life where you can first understand where you are today, and then start setting some goals for where you want to be in each of these areas. We look at the areas of finance, which is obviously money. Maybe you want more money, a new career, start a new business. Then it's family. If you're married or you have children, you're a parent, you look at that area. Then there's fitness, the exercising. I like to call it blended exercise, where you're not just doing one type of exercise, you do a whole number of different types. That's my preferred option. And then look at food, what are you putting into your body, and so on. Friends, show me your friends, and it'll show you your future. Who do you hang out? Who is your circle of influence? We'll look at that, and we'll look at the fun things. And this is so important that you make sure you take time every week to do something that makes you happy. that you enjoy. Okay, so that's fun. And then there's free. What are you doing to give to give to the community that you're in? What are you doing that you're volunteering time? That's always important, to give. It's better to give than it is to receive. And the other area is faith, which we cover, which is for your personal beliefs. Do you believe in God? What are your values, and so on. And then also the personal development, which is also highly important. I highly recommend that you become intentional in personal development. So make sure you watch Mad Monday on my YouTube channel, which is a video version of these podcasts. So every Monday we put out a short 8-minute video. You just need to go to YouTube, search for Sonny Teio, and subscribe to my Mad Monday playlist so you don't miss out. Also hit that 5-star rating for this podcast, Unlimited Living with Sonny Teio, and follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn with my tag @Sonny Teio, just to make sure you don't miss out on my daily motivation posts. So thank you once again for listening to Unlimited Living with Sonny Teio, which is a waka for all people to achieve infinitely more and to live, love, life. Ka kite anō.